came from here. This electron, it doesn't matter. It came from here. And this electron went here. So that's what it looks like. And as you can tell, when it looks like this, oops, sorry. That's a double bond. So you could also, I don't know why I won't do it. Make it look like that. Because it's a double bond. These are double bonds. That's a double bond. That's a triple bond. Alright? Let's do... Alright. I actually made a video yesterday, by the way, and I just somehow could not share it. And I explained this very well, actually. So, we're going to do another one. Alright? But this time, we're going to do something a little bit harder. I don't know if you've learned this. I think you did, because I noticed in the video that you... Not the video. The picture that you sent me, there's examples like this. So we have phosphate, which has a charge of 3-. The 3- is going to be key, by the way. And I don't know in your class if you ever learned that usually when you have a minus charge, it's usually the opposite. Usually when you have a minus charge, you're adding 3. Or when you have a plus charge, you're subtracting 3. So you're going to use that in this case. So we're going to figure this one out. So phosphorus, which is the P, is in group 15, which has, by the way, you have to look at your periodic table when you're doing this. Like, you can't just, like, not look at your periodic table. You have to find out the group that it's in to find out the valence electrons, which are in parentheses, by the way. So your phosphorus is in group 15, which has a valence electron charge of 5. O, we know, is in 16, which has a valence electron of 6. But there's 4 of those, so there's going to be 24 O's, or 24 electrons, plus 5, because you only have 1 phosphorus, which is going to be 29. So you need to end up with 29 electrons. So we're going to see if we end up with 29 electrons when we do it. Alright? So we're going to first start off with phosphorus, because, you know, you have 4 O's, and the O's have to be on the outside. Alright? So we're going to start with phosphorus, which only has 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Here we go. Now, O has 6. Alright. So this one looks like an open end. This one doesn't have any electron there. This one doesn't either. This one doesn't either. This one has 2. That is going to be a little bit of a problem. Am I right? But we'll come to that when we come to that. So you're going to take your O and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to take your other O here and you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Oops. Messed up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to take your other O here. And you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I keep messing up. Why do I keep doing that? 4, 5, 6. I don't know why I keep doing that. Alright. Now you have your O's. Uh-oh. So sorry, you just like texted me. 1 second. Alright, so in this case, you have another O that you have to place somewhere. So the question is, where are you going to place that? place. Well, what you have to do is you have to go, okay, well, since there's already 2 electrons here, which make a bond, you're just going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because it has 6 electrons. So in that case, this is a special case, by the way. This is one of those where you have the brackets and you have the minus. Like this is a special case. You'll see. Alright. So, in this case, you're going to have... What color? Blue. Let's do blue. So, as you can tell, each element, like I said before, has to have an octet of 8 electrons. So, as you can tell, this one, this O, does not have an octet of 8 electrons. This O does not have an octet of 8 electrons. And this O, right here, does not have an octet of 8 electrons. So, what are you going to do? So, what you have to do is you have to take it. We're going to do like a little bit of a thing over here. You have to take those elements and you're just going to add an extra electron. Okay? So let's do that. Let's do that. I mean, you can just see the colors. I mean, this doesn't matter because I'll show you me adding an electron. I'll show you when I add one. I'm just drawing, all this diagram. I'm drawing that diagram right there. It's just, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I just have to redraw it in steps so you can, learn it for your test tomorrow. I'm doing this because I want to help you on your test, because I feel bad. I feel bad that we couldn't do it today, because I feel like I should help you with it, since I'm your tutor. So, okay. So in this case, do we have 29 electrons? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. We have 29 electrons. Right? But each electron, we need to have an octet of 8. So what you're going to do is you're going to add an electron, and I'm doing it in a different color, to each of the O's that needed an octet of 8. And want to know how, you didn't even really have to figure out this Lewis structure? You want to know how, when I said in the beginning how it was important? The charge. 3 minus means really 3 plus. In this case. That's what it means. I mean, that's not what it means. That's really just that's the charge of the compound. It's the charge of it. But I mean, just a little cheat thing. I mean, I've never really seen a case where it's not that charge. So basically, if you really wanted to, you don't even have to spend your time on this one. I didn't really finish it though. But you can use the charge as a little cheat sheet. You can go, oh, this one's big, but make sure that it's okay. Because I'll show you. So then, once you do that, you have to put it in brackets. And outside of the brackets, you have to write the charge 3 minus. Because that's telling you, that charge is telling you that you really added 3 electrons to the Lewis structure. I can't really write it. This is kind of the wrist guard part of the whiteboard on this. It won't let you write down on the bottom because that's if you put your wrist down there, it's there for you. So basically, if you just saw this problem you could basically go, okay, you could go, alright, I'm just going to do this, and you could do it in your head or write it down on paper. You could just go, okay, phosphorus is in group 15, 5 electrons. Alright, write that down. 5. O, oxygen, is in group 16, 6 electrons. So you have 6. But you have to multiply that by 4, which gives you 24 plus 5, which is 29, which we figured out. So you're going to go, okay, 29 electrons. But each one has to have an octet of 8. Alright? And so you're just going to basically be like, well, 4, because, I mean, you don't really have to count the electrons in that are with phosphorus. You can just count the 8 electrons that are with each O. And since there's 8 electrons with each O, because there's, here, I just feel bad because I just, like, wrote all of this, and, like, now I'm going to, like, just, like, write on it. I'm just very upset. Let me, like, put it down, like, put the size down, right? So you have this, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. For a second I thought I wasn't recording. I was like, oh no, there's 4. So you see how each one, there's only, how many are there? If you do 8 electrons times 4, that's 32, right? So if you do 32 minus 29, that gives you 3, right? Where does that 3 come from? The charge. So you know that it's one of those where you have to add 3 electrons. So you don't have to really figure it out. It's just one of those. Usually when you see the ones that have this, you could just do that. But if your teacher wants you to like actually show it, I would show it. I'm the type of person that doesn't really like to do that kind of stuff, like figure it out like that. Like, I mean, like, I don't even know if I did that because AP Chem is nothing like this. AP Chem is so much harder. But I mean, I'm the type of person that always likes to check and like make sure I did it right. Like, I have to do it before because I'm scared. Like, if I take a cheating way, you know, I get scared sometimes. But in reality, this cheating way will work. Like, it will work. It's just, I'm the type of person that I don't know why. I get freaked out over, like, stupid stuff. I'm a perfectionist. I have to show my work in order to make sure that I know I did it right. Trust me, it's crazy. I don't know why. But this cheat thing is so easy. You could use it. I just used it. I used it before I even did it, and it worked out. So, yeah. If you have any more questions, you can ask me. You can ask me about any other problems. If you want me to do a triple bond one, I can send you a triple bond, but it's the same exact thing as the double bond. You just make sure that you put it through. So, there's that case. So, yeah, if you have any more questions, just send them my way, and I will try to get back to you.